How do you evolve your thinking to improve happiness and make yourself more resilient? On this NSP Short, Alastair Luft shares his thoughts on the milestone mindset and how to get out of your own way.
One of the things on the farm, I think, that I learned certainly is the value, is that the work never ends. And associated with that is hard work. And I tied that into a little bit, I think, so on that thought itself of the work never ending. And I think that does have value still today because here's I think the reference is that often it's easy to fall into, what could be called a milestone mindset. If I just do this, that's going to be enough for me. If I'm just able to get promoted to the next rank, I'll have made it. If I'm just able to earn a certain amount of money, or whatever it is. Like I read an article this morning. If I was just able to have a partner or whatever, I would be happy or whatever like that. But the thing is, like on a farm, the work is never done. Like no matter what milestones you have, it's seasonal. There's something that's going to come more for it. And I think that that's really valuable because the reality is, when you live that milestone mindset that there's always one more thing, well, you never reach your destination, and you live in this perpetual mindset that, you can't enjoy the present moment because there's always something missing. Understanding, that there's certain things you don't control. And no matter how hard you try to change that, you can't control it. And that's really especially pertinent in a country like ours, right? Like in the wintertime, it's going to snow. And no matter how hard you on a farm, no matter how hard you try to fight that, you're not changing that. So, you can either tilt at that windmill or you can, adapt to that particular circumstance. And I think that principle ends up being something that is pertinent in everybody's life right now. It's just a question of applying it to your specific circumstance. What are those things that you don't control, no matter how hard you try to do it, but are still going to impact you regardless? And then, how do you interact with that situation in a way where you're not, beating your head against the wall, but it's a way that's productive and you're able to, be relevant to that situation and interact with it in a way that's positive as opposed to obstructionist and is going to prevent you from, getting the most out of that moment that you can. It seems like it's very esoteric, from in the fall we harvest. But I think the principle is still there. Like that is super pertinent for today, for any time really.